all of those who are bearing them here today, when we go back home, we are all one united EFF, and all leaders of the EFF are here in front. There is no leader of the EFF who's not here in front. There is no leader of the EFF who's not here in Nazareth. If they are not here, they are not leaders of the EFF. You must never regard them as the leaders of the EFF. You chose the leadership. You must defend your leadership. You must respect your leadership, both in private and in public. Fighters, there will be lots of things that are going to try and test us. But we have a founding manifesto. We exist on the basis of principle. Let's go and stick to our documents and stick to the discipline.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to another epic episode. Let us just get into it. It seems like the EFF is having some internal squabbles inside the EFF. Seems like there's a lot that is happening besides focusing on those who have left, right? But the EFF itself has some disagreements in which we can all agree that all political parties, while they go to conferences, they will have political differences because there are different candidates that are being endorsed, right? So we know that some of the branches have been advocating for Goodrich Gadi to become the EFF's deputy president, right? While some of the branches have been advocating for Mbuyiseni Ndlozi to take the reins after Floyd have left the office vacant, right? So you know, these things have been going on and on and on, and a lot of things have been done by the leaders of the EFF. So the EFF issued a law, we may put it like that, to their officials, to their members, to say that there will be no name dropping on social media in terms of endorsement, right? The EFF members, they don't want to be seen maybe pushing an agenda of a certain individual or a certain name to be promoted and just swaying the voters of the delegates to say that this is the member that we are choosing to be maybe this in this position or to be the deputy, so something like that, right? So you know, there's something that was happening. So while those members who were opposing Goodrich Gadi were silent and not saying anything, so the members who are pro Goodrich Gadi, who are supporting him and we were seen on social media promoting him indirectly, so they were promoting him. So these members now who are supporting Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, then they came after those members and they started now to promote Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, right? So now there's this man from Limpopo, right, which is a student command member, which is Hanki Mpahlele. So Hanki Mpahlele is a stauncher Ndlozi supporter. He supports Mbuyiseni Ndlozi like nobody's business, right? So he came out and lashed against those members who were dropping names on social media to say that we want this man to take the position of the deputy president of the EFF, right? So now when Mpahlele wrote on his X account, and this is what he wrote, right? He said that the CIC Julius Malema is not a national People's Assembly's super delegate. He must not dare try to impose Goodrich Gadi in the EFF deputy president. We don't want GG. We want Mbuyiseni Ndlozi as branches. Julius Malema will not dare to start a war with the branches. War is very difficult thing. So this is what Mpahlele has said. So he wrote on his Twitter or on his X account platform, and you will remember that this is a public right? It's a public platform which now some of the leaders have warned to say that their members must not go publicly in terms of endorsing any preferred individuals, right? So the CIC responded to this message, to this Twitter message, right? The CIC responded and said, try me, boys. That's how he responded. The CIC said that, responded, seeing that he is expressing his unhappiness on what is happening, right? So this now has become not fair, because those ones who were promoting Gatresh Gadi, the CIC kept quiet, right? And it was very obvious that now the CIC has become biased like that, and that the CIC is supporting, endorsing Gatresh Gadi to become his deputy, right? Because any now view that appeared to do as those other members of the EFF are doing in promoting a name, now those people are being attacked. So the leadership now all of a sudden switches and now starts to respond to those people to say that, try me, boys. You see, so when you're looking at the message, you will tell that the message is speaking volumes. Is saying what the CIC has not said. Is saying that now we will see. I'm in charge here. We will see what is going to happen. So already, the EFF president has taken a side to say that this is my endorsement. I'm not in support of Ndlozi, and I'm not in support of the branches who are gunning for Ndlozi, and I'm not in support to anyone who has an agenda to promote Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. Right? So already he's biased like that. He has taken the position, and it is either his way or no way. You know what happens to Mphahlele afterwards? After Mphahlele had this argument with the CIC, then he was sent a love letter. Boom, here's the love letter. Here's your package. Boom, you are expelled. You're fired. We want you out of the EFF. Right? So that is how the staunch supporter Hakim Mphahlele was just put aside like that, right? And it's not only him. There are a lot of people that we don't know about which were put out because they've supported Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, right? So the internal affairs, the war in the EFF, it's even deeper. So there are already factions in the EFF. So the EFF, we can pretty much say that it is divided. As they finish their conference and they've come out to be strong, to become this formidable unity, but now the unity has been broken, and the only result where we're gonna see that the unity is going to be broken, or it's broken, the cup has just broke, it is in the next election that is coming, going to 2029, right? Because you will remember that the EFF now elected, most of the people that were elected were there during this past election when the EFF declined the votes, right? So now, in which impact are these ones going to bring? We don't know. In what influence is Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi has over many of the EFF members? Because you will tell that many people loved Mbuyiseni Ndlozi and many people were gunning for him. And if he was given that opportunity maybe to contest these elections, he would have came out on top, because branches were clear to the CIC and his leaders to say that we want Mbuyiseni. But unfortunately, Mbuyiseni was not part of the leaders to be elected, right? So it means to the EFF there are many branches which are unhappy about the results, and for now, of how big is the damage, we will not know exactly. But if now the EFF will go to an extent to say those who are endorsing Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, they must be fired and be put aside, then it means that now the leaders and those who were biased and those who were gunning for Gatresh Gadi to take the deputy, they are slowly killing the EFF, right? Already the EFF is declining, coming from the polls, right? And now they are now having or adopting the habit of chasing people who are not happy with the leadership and the style of the leadership. Not that they are not happy with Julius, but they are not happy because there are some people, prominent people, that they want in top positions, and those people are not there to represent them, right? And the EFF holistically have taken another approach to deal with the members. It's more like, when I just reviewed this, it's more like they are using this as a weapon to silence them and to take them out. And if that is the case in the EFF, it means the freedom of a speech, that liberty, is not there in the EFF. It means that the EFF, it shows that the EFF, it's a one man's rule. It's either his way or no way. Because if members are not in a position to express their dissatisfaction and to disagree with the leaders, and you'll view them as enemies, then there's many things wrong about that leadership. Because now the freedom of speech in any organization, you will not agree with your opponents or other people that you are with. As human beings, we don't normally agree about many issues, right? But do now have I make you an enemy because you disagree with me? If you are working in a company because you have different ideologies and different views of how you view matters, I must now fire you and not work in that company. Then where's freedom? If then things are done like that, where is freedom? Is there freedom in the EFF? So far as this conference has exposed many things which were hidden over the past years, there is no expression of freedom in the EFF. Why are you firing those people who are gunning for Mbuyiseni Ndlozi? Why are you stopping the people who are supporting Mbuyiseni Ndlozi when they raise his name on the public platforms? But when those who are supporting of Gandhi, Godrich Gandhi, those ones are not being fired, those ones are not being responded, the leadership just keeps silent. But when then the name of Mbuyiseni rise, the leadership now is busy typing, attacking people and sending them love letters. This is not a fair treatment to the EFF. I hope the EFF fix this thing and allow their members to have the freedom of speech.